Listen, it's not for your amens. Although we'll take them, say amen if you can. It's not for your amens. The reason, the agenda of what every good gospel preacher ought to stand for is to unite the people of God with God. So in 2 Corinthians, as he labors so tightly with God, you have to forgive Paul. But Paul says, I get a little jealous. If I work this hard to present you to God, and you just wander off from God to other gods. Paul shows us, my brothers and my sisters, that we ought to be jealous with a godly jealousy, ensuring that the people of God are presented to God. You ought to be jealous with a godly jealousy to ensure that your children are presented to God. You ought to be jealous with a godly jealousy to ensure that your spouse is presented to God, to ensure that your home is presented to God, to ensure that your family is presented to God, to ensure that this congregation is presented to God, to ensure that your friends are presented to God. And if anything violates that, that should disturb your soul. Paul says, I'm jealous over you. I don't like what's going on. Why? Because I'm jealous over you. You know what jealousy feels like? They playing. You know what jealousy feels like? Yeah, you know what jealousy feels like. I'm gonna say it this way because I don't want to stir no trouble. You remember long time ago, when you were in high school or grade school, if you need to go back any further, just keep going. Just get to a safe place where you're out of range of ammunition and back slaps or something like that. You know, just get somewhere safe and follow along with me. If you're with me, say amen. But you remember back in those days. And you know, you wrote your little letter. Dear, dear Jane Doe, say amen if you can. Will you be my girlfriend? Come on now, y'all don't act funny with it now. Yeah, don't act funny. Yeah, will you be my girlfriend? Line, yes. Line, no. I pity them brothers who were struggling. Line, maybe. I mean, you know, give a brother some hope. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, give a brother some hope in there. Don't shoot me down. Yeah, and you fold your little note up, right? And you find Jane Doe, and you look for Jane Doe, and you give Jane Doe that little letter, and she unfolds your little letter, and she gives that key, and she goes, shows it to her little friends, and then she comes through, and she circles the yes, and she gives it to a friend and tells them to give it back over there. You know, we never saw it was just a problem in the fact that we just couldn't talk to each other. That's the issue in and of itself. Yeah, but you circle that letter, send that letter back over to me. Well, you know, whoever that person is. Yeah, and the letter gets on over here, and I open the letter up, and I say, all right now. Hey, that's documentation right there, brother. So I come in the lunchroom. Come on now, y'all don't get too gone on me now. Yeah, I come in the lunchroom, I got my tray, and I sit down. And I see you coming in. So I get a chair open and ready for you. Because I've got documentation right now. Yeah. I have a problem if you go sit beside old Saquon over there. Because see, Saquon shouldn't be sharing pizza with you. I've got documentation. God would have you to know that, listen, when you gave your life to Christ in baptism, God says, listen, I've got documentation on you. I've added your name to the book of life. So forgive me, but I have a problem. I have a problem if you're giving what belongs to me to anybody else. If you know that's right, you ought to say amen.